Hi, this is Maya from Irresistible Tribe. I just recorded one video on the core wound that's been coming up right now, and I just felt to go on and talk about soul mission, which I was already mentioning at the end of this video, because this is talking about soul mission and inspiring you to follow and to walk the path of your soul mission is my soul mission. So thank you for listening to this, for your presence and for your attention. And just before I start, I want to remind you again that every video I make is a transmission and is an activation. This is simply how I work. I'm a transmitter. I work through presence and source light code activation. So I do that through the sound of my voice, through my gaze, through the image, basically through anything that I transmit. Of course, also through the words, but the majority of the message, if you're open to it, is transmitted beyond the rational mind, so vibrationally. As activation, and it all invites you or guides you towards remembering your truth, your whole multidimensional truth, so that you can embody your unified self in the here and now in your human existence, because that is the way of bringing the divine into physical form, right? Because that is how soul mission goes. You are here with a purpose. And I always said, for most of my life I was looking for my purpose. What's my purpose? What am I supposed to do with my gifts? I had these gifts of how you call it, clairvoyance, whatever, of seeing things that will happen, of feeling, of reading energy. I've had this my whole life, and pretty much my whole life I've been wondering what am I supposed to do with my gifts. But the point to where my whole path led me was that I'm just supposed to follow my joy, my purpose in this life, and I feel everyone's purpose in this life is to be yourself. Because when you are fully and truly being yourself, and I am talking about your unified multidimensional self, when you are truly being yourself, and you are aligned with your union, with your truth, that's when you are literally channeling the divine. You are an expression, a physical expression of the divine, and what you feel to create in that state of pure alignment and inner peace, what comes naturally to you, what wants to be created through you in that state, is your soul mission. And it comes effortlessly. Okay, the path to there is full of challenges, because we are breaking out of old ways of doing things, of old patterns. And if you are watching this, you are probably one of the people whose soul mission is to create the new, to create new ways of doing, new ways of being, new ways of communicating, to bring new earth into form. So the path to be able to do that was challenging, but once you come to the point of alignment, of being comfortable with doing things in the new way, of being comfortable with walking the path of not knowing what's next, of not being able to plan stuff, because planning goes out of the window in the new paradigm. In the way of the heart, planning is not the way. Planning is for the mind, because I need to know what's the next and next and next and next step. In the new paradigm, in the new way, things flow, let's say, more intuitively. I mean, of course, they have a direction. You always need to have a direction if you want to go somewhere. But it's not like before, you know. It's simply a new way of existing, a new way of flowing without the fear that something bad will happen. So, you know, that's why we need a plan. Because when you are walking the path of your highest timeline, you simply know that whatever comes your way has a specific purpose. And it's actually, even though it's challenging, difficult or painful, it's actually a learning opportunity. A learning opportunity, an opportunity for growth. It's an opportunity. So once you are in alignment and once you see things that way, your soul mission, what you are meant to create, comes really most naturally, you know. And many times you see that this was something that you were leaning towards doing on you, or you were maybe doing something like that maybe ever since you were a child, or maybe you always wanted to do that. It felt naturally, it felt joyous, you know. Ease and joy are two things that that can light your way towards finding your soul mission, remembering what's your soul mission. When you are joyous and easeful in creating it, when it's just flowing out, that's a sign that you are aligned. And honestly, I forgot a little bit what I was saying, what I wanted to say, but I wanted to talk about soul mission and the importance of soul mission right now, because, so like I said, each of us has a soul mission, and you have a unique soul mission, which is a piece of the puzzle in the building of new earth, or this new way of being, new way of existing, new way of relating. That's beyond the old structures of how things are supposed to go. We are really exiting the old paradigm, and I just want, with this video, I want to inspire you to follow what's calling you. And you know, you don't need to worry, you don't need to think about it. Is this my soul mission? Is this my purpose? Don't think about this. Just follow your joy, because your joy will inevitably lead you to your soul mission. When you are joyous, when you are in ease, and when you are creating something that just wants to flow out of you, this is it. This is your soul mission, your soul work, your purpose, whatever you want to call it. Definitions are not important. The important thing is to follow your joy, to trust your path, and to just keep walking your way, going beyond what you once thought was required, appropriate, the way to do it. Do it your own way. Discover your path. And you know, if you are one of the new Earth co-creators, and you are really following and striving to walk your highest timeline, then you are creating for all of us. Because your soul mission, your highest path, is leading towards the highest good of all, of the human collective, of Earth, of everything that's part of Earth and part of nature. Yeah, so thank you very much. Like, seriously, you are essential. You are essential for creating this new existence that's more harmonious, more loving, more inclusive for all living beings. So thank you very much for following the path, for walking it, for moving forward, because I know many times, especially since 2012, it was not easy. It was very challenging, but we are doing it, and we are now connecting because it's time to do it together. You are not alone. There are many on a similar path as you, going through similar experiences. And yeah, we can do this together. So thank you very much for being here and for listening. If you have any questions or any comments, I would love to hear them. And if you know somebody who would benefit from this message, please share it with them. Even if you feel a bit doubtful, because this is a bit out there, if in your heart you felt that you need to send this to somebody, if a thought flew by that somebody that you know needs to see it, just send it to them. Follow your guidance and see what happens. Thank you.